104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wife! I am a wife!
You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Wednesday, October 25th of 2023. It's 6:01 a.m. with the gang. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K. Sam's out. Mamad's in. How's everybody feeling? Oh, guess what?
good.
Feels great to not have watched the game that you lost last night.
Much better mood today.
Baseball's over.
I can relax.
I don't care.
Catch up on some shows.
Yeah.
Yo, I got at least 4 friends texting me yesterday. Oh my God, I kind of feel like I don't have to be stressed out anymore because I would have been excited if we won, but then I'd be stressed out again about the game on Friday.
See, that's the whole thing. You got to weigh the pros and the cons. Is the stress worth it?
Yeah.
Yes, it
now
is.
you can just focus on going out on dates and living your real life.
Even
Halloween
I
parties.
know we're talking about something else, but even whenever I go back to Minute Maid Park, I still have that great memory of last year, Game 6, just that high. It was like better than any kind of drug, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Being inside.
Winning the
your
World
home.
Series, yes.
Slow your roll, buddy.
Yeah, no, never tried
kidding.
heroin, but I assume it's got to be better than that.
Oh, my God.
But you do get addicted to that.
Yeah, I bet.
That's why we see all these, like the Rolling Stones performing until they're...
Wow,
they're in their 80s.
You got a new album out. You got Green
Literally
Day
in their
performing.
80s, yeah.
Wasn't Mick Jagger on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, with Lady Gaga.
cameo, yeah.
Lady Gaga is on one of their singles, their new singles.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Coming up this hour on the show, we're going to talk about the status of single life in Houston and really, I think, the States. And ladies have taken a stance against certain restaurants they don't want you to take them to.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
And it's very interesting when you read the list because some places
We can do some of it now. We can
Don't
make some of
mind
these. Then 640 will ask people, like, what is on your do not
I've looked at
eat
this
at
list.
list or do not do, because it's not all just restaurants.
No, it's things to do. Don't just take me to a sporting event. It's a sports event is on the list. What? Why not?
This is everywhere. It's
Well,
viral.
that's
everywhere.
like dead last, but
but where?
It's still on the list.
Where are we supposed to take you? If you read this list, just go online. What would you even type
everywhere.
in? And just type in
This is bowling.
Don't list.
A hookah bar. Don't take me there.
I've looked at this list. I don't think there's any of these places I've taken anybody
a
on
movie night
a first date.
somewhere that requires a long drive. Well, obviously, because you don't get murdered.
You never-
Too many Netflix shows.
Some
been on a
people are into
movie
that.
That's scary.
Everyone's done a movie night. Even
But
when
on a
they're
first
young.
date, that's a movie night's not a good night.
You don't get to talk.
Everyone's
No.
done it though. Is what
I
I'm saying.
mean, if you do it at your house, you can talk.
You know,
Yes,
you can't
but,
do that.
but
though.
your
then
house
that's
is on
at
the
your
list,
house.
Ahmad.
Oh.
Your house on the list. And as far as restaurants, okay, it's a given. You're not going to take somebody on a first date to an IHOP unless you guys met in a bar and you're counting your first date, your 2 a.m. pancakes.
Right.
But IHOP is on the list. I can understand that. Cheesecake Factory's on the list.
That's
I don't
like
understand
number
that.
one. Cheesecake Factory is number one on the list. Now, that's something you do, I think, when you've
Why do you think
been
that's
dating
on
a
the list?
while.
It's a little basic to me. I feel like you could try harder.
But they've got a lot of different foods and a whole bunch of drinks.
I know, but if you talk to me and you know me, you'd want to take me somewhere like, they love Spanish food, so take them to a Spanish place.
Well, in Houston, there's
Cheesecake-
so many places that are mom
Exactly.
and pop. Like, you want a Palestinian restaurant. You want
Exactly. Show me something new.
Indian restaurant.
Ethiopian restaurant.
We have everything here.
I think you have that
Pho.
talk and you
Yeah,
find out
there you
what. Oh, pho is great. I think you have that talk and say, hey, what are your interests? What do you like? You get to learn a little bit about the person before you just take them to a generic food chain.
Well, we'll dive deeper into this around 6:40 because I just want you to know today, guys, just check your boxes, 6 o'clockers. 7 o'clock this morning, you get the first keyword of the day to score Houston Ballet Nutcracker tickets. That is going to be November 9 through 12 at NRG Center. It is a fantastic shopping experience. It's where a lot of people save their money and get ready to spend on all things holiday. And at 8 o'clock in the morning, we are going to have a chance for you to win Chris Tucker tickets. He's coming back to town. We're doing the rapid fire quiz at 8 o'clock this morning. So we've
By
got
the way-
those coming out.
And then 8:20, we have. I just want to get this out there because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and we have a listener. She deals with anxiety and OCD.
Oh.
And she was asking him to come in. I said, you know what? Let's help you out. Let's help. There's a lot of people out there with OCD and anxiety that could use some help.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Disorder.
I love that.
Talk to
So we're
her
going to have her
in studio. Yep.
Okay, so
Oh, good.
Kelly Warner.
and she is what's her title?
What is their title? I have it written down here. LCSW, anxiety clinic specialist
Okay.
in anxiety and
that's
OCD.
I think that's very, very helpful. I mean, I wanted to ask you, who won Rapid Fire last week? Who was the winner?
Amon
Was
or
it
Sam?
you or?
I wasn't here.
I think Sam won.
Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam won. Yes, because she won.
That's right.
She won the office lunch
Yeah, she
for
beat-
one of our
Yeah,
listeners.
she beat
So
you.
she's out, so I'm going to reset.
Or beat
I'll
Kevin.
reset the lineup then.
Nice.
Yes, you have to point out that she beat Kevin.
Like in the final round.
Because Kevin is always like,
Kevin's
Wait.
really good at this game, but he chokes at the end.
he knocks Roula myself out, but then he gets knocked out.
If I falter in the first round, I never make it to the second round. I'm the first one to be
Yeah,
eliminated.
you got an ace in the first round, Rolla, because
Yeah.
every time
I don't know if
everybody
you're
takes
the
out the
first. I feel like I'm the first because it's not because I'm smart, just because you guys want to knock me out.
Well, they
That's what
take
I'm
out
saying.
they take out
They will-
Rolla
they will
because
take me out.
No,
Rolla's
I'm saying they take
always.
me out more because of hate, not
yeah,
because of hate.
Rolla they take out because she's a big threat. They
Yeah.
take you out because of the man
Although
baby.
I am winning.
It's
for
the man
season.
baby.
I'm a man baby
It's the
Yeah, it's
that's all.
painful.
So you have the most wins in 2023.
so far.
Wow.
I'm up by 1.
up by one.
Yeah, you have.
Does it count
11
how
or
many?
12.
All the months I was at home and I was on delay, do we count that as an asterisk that I couldn't win?
I
Because
gave
it
you a
was
little
always
extra
delayed.
time on those answers, though.
Nope. Ain't our fault. You got weak foot.
Hey, it's not my fault.
My fault, you
It's
got a
not
weak
my
foot.
fault. Not him. You're so mean. Your
brain still works.
You're punishing me
You don't
for
think
having
with your foot,
surgery.
If we were doing a running race, yeah, then I'd be like, I'll put an asterisk by it. I beat Roula. I'm
No, I'm
bragging.
not saying that, you bozo. I'm saying because broadcasting from home, I had a delay.
Oh, it's starting
But if y'all,
early.
if y'all
Oh, it
gave me
really is.
extra
I
time-
heard the beginning of. I heard an F sound.
I was going to say fool.
Oh, I don't
and
know
I
about
said
that.
bozo instead.
Sure.
Okay. We're getting feisty.
Not even 6'10" yet.
I know
Yeah.
it's not. Okay, speaking of watching movies, being on the list of things not to do on a first date, Netflix is a very popular streaming app. Apple TV Plus, Hulu, however you consume the shows that you like to find. But did you know there's more to these apps than just a television show or a series that you can stream? And almost none of us are utilizing the extras of the app.
Extras.
It's kind of like when you're on an airplane. Like, have y'all ever done a long duration flight and they used to have the phone was in the armrest, but the back of the phone of the airplane was your game controller.
Oh yeah.
That was a germ holder.
And like nobody would play that except for like 12-year-olds on the flights. I'm like,
because the game sucked. It was like the
Yeah.
snake game we played. in our
Yeah.
Wow, I'm playing
that's
Bejeweled.
like
That's exciting for
underutilized.
10 hours.
10 hours.
Oh, games. So today, don't forget, to 7 o'clock, we'll give you that keyword. By the way, it's at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. Those are the chances you get keywords for the Nutcracker Market. I'm so excited. And I can walk this time. And I won't have the death flu. By the way, people, get your flu shots.
Yeah.
I have to get mine today because this is the time last year I got hit so hard with this crazy flu. It was like killing me. I had almost
Said
105
16
fever.
million people have already done it.
Really?
Gotten the shot or gotten the flu?
Got it in the shot. The shot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Get your
behind.
flu
2% have done the
vaccine.
COVID shot. Mm-hmm. Like only like a really small amount of people have done that, but a lot of people are getting the flu shot.
One of my friend's kids has a first grader, and there are 20-something kids in the class, and this week there were only like 8 because so many of them were out with the crud.
Wow.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, Lord, it's going around. So that's just a little health update. Get your flu shot. Put it on your list. Okay, here's your official weather for today.
It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a high of 87. You'll see some sun, a few clouds, but right now 76 degrees and 6:09 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Proud to present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. 6 o'clockers, you are about 40 minutes away from the first keyword of the day. For the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market, this is where you can score 4 general admission tickets and become a finalist for $1,000 to shop with.
Yeah.
And 4 tickets to the
VIP.
VIP Experience Party, which is on Wednesday. It's a pre-party shopping event, free food, free drinks, valet parking.
after broadcasting there a couple of times, we did it last year. Thankfully,
before.
you're feeling great.
Yeah. Last year I
You were
missed
out
it.
I
last
don't
year
think
with
we've
the
ever
flu.
had the full show
Do
out
that.
there.
The first year,
Ryan had to leave early.
I was going to
But
my
he was there.
daughter's.
He
No,
just had to
remember,
leave early.
I was there.
He
I had
was
to
there,
leave
but he
early.
just left early.
The
yeah.
spring one, I think he always leaves.
Oh, the spring one, he wasn't
That's
there.
because my daughter was in college and it was her big play. But I became like a fan because I realized all the cool like salsas and dips and foods and all the things that you can buy there. And I loaded up my
15
bag.
years later, me and Eric have been talking
I know,
about
it's
these tips
like-
forever.
At
Like,
least
hello?
at least I showed up to the party. Better late than never.
At least you're there at the party.
Yeah.
By the
And
way,
that Kool-Aid.
you were talking earlier about how you're back and stuff. on the show in studio, and then people were texting. So 2 people at the same time said, "When's really going in the mystery box?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to do it Monday, but then I'm like, crap, Tuesday is Halloween.
I think
So
that's an excellent job.
I think we should. She has to do it 2 times. Maybe we should do it every hour.
You want to do it in the same day, or do you
Plus
want
interest.
to savor and have it like
6. We should do like
different days?
At least one time we're going to do 7:40 for sure on Halloween.
Tuesday.
And it's got to be, since it's Halloween, it's got to be a very scary thing.
It'll be like people's fingers that were found.
Oh, we
in
know your
emergency
triggers,
rooms.
Rolla. We know your triggers.
Roaches.
At this point, I
wouldn't
expect it all. I
Hissing
expect it all.
cockroaches.
We've already had that in there, by the way.
Oh, I had one in my
I'll
hand.
put your former home builder in there.
Oh, God. I'll put both my hands in there and just start
Then it would be the
squeezing.
death box. She'd just put her hands through and strangle.
It'd be so crazy. Okay, so Nutcracker Market fun at 7 o'clock this morning. We'll give you a keyword, be the 104th texter. We'll call you back. You'll score general admission tickets and then be a finalist for the big fun VIP stuff. And the shopping spree, we do it at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. I don't know why I'm going back to something I just finished watching because I almost want to watch it with more detail, but I'm back on Beckham again.
It's really good.
Because I just needed to see what happened at the World Cup that caused the world to hate David Beckham so much. Or actually, not the world, his country hate him so much, and how we are so lucky David Beckham did not kill himself. And it is Mental Health Awareness Month. There are a lot of people that are struggling every single day. Somebody reached out to us who is a clinician that specifies specifically with obsessive compulsive disorder and anxiety. At 8:20 this morning, we're going to have her in the studio to let her open our eyes to stuff that maybe we don't realize.
There's a lot of stuff with like athletes and also like students who struggle at school. They get anxiety
tests
for
and
tests.
getting into colleges and making sure that
Absolutely.
When I was a kid, I
Getting the
didn't worry about that
grades.
stuff because I just didn't care.
You
I
just
wish
didn't care.
I wish I cared.
I think the thing that we need to realize, this affects everybody. It does not matter what your social status is, your economic value, none of that stuff. It can happen to anyone.
At any time.
At any time. This
get older,
year
it gets
has been
worse.
one of the most tragic, difficult years for my family. My cousin took his own life. And we're never going to bounce back from that. So I'm so glad that you're getting this person in the studio because I think it can help a lot of people.
Kelly Werner is her name.
Kelly Warner.
Yep. Athletic Rising LLC.
Thank
Just
you
Google that.
Thank you for doing
So
this.
she reached out and her husband and talked to him for a little bit. And
Well, if you watch Beckham on Netflix, you're going to think, my God, I wish this poor guy had some help like that when he was going through what he went through. And speaking of Netflix, that is the app that only 1% of us who have Netflix have ever played a mobile game on the app. Have y'all ever played a mobile game on the app?
No, I've seen the option, but I've never played
No,
it.
I don't even know how to do it.
If you open up the app, which I have, you scroll down on the home screen, there's a section titled Mobile Games. Have you ever seen mobile
What are some of the games that they have? Do you know any of them?
Let's see. Look, all of mine is on my categories.
where's it at? Is it at the very bottom or something?
It says at the front. You scroll down. My list: reality TV, action adventure, science, nature, TV dramas.
You watched that Gotti just came out?
Yeah, I did. I watched the first
I watched
episode.
the 3 of them.
You know what, though? They've already done one, a documentary almost identical to it that's already
This
out.
one just has some mobsters in there and then the prosecutor who pretty much screwed over one of the guys, gave his name out during the he's a rat.
Yeah.
He's right next to Gotti.
Oh, it's like you just killed this guy.
And she didn't even feel bad about it, really.
Yeah.
I'm like, lady, you did something even the FBI was like, you're not supposed to do that.
So what happened to the dude?
Don't spoil. Don't spoil.
You just say, I don't know, because he wasn't
Sleep with the
around to
fishes.
talk on the show.
That's a spoiler. But you know, Roula,
was
like
around.
if they offered like really good like Call of Duty or GTA or anything like that, I think a lot of people would play it then.
Well, I just put in my search mobile games, and we already
gonna be
knew
cheap
about
little
Trivia Quest, but
games.
that's not. I thought there were like
Hey, real
actual
quick,
games.
Can I tell you a funny story? So this will take 10 seconds. When I was in Los Angeles to visit my daughter this weekend, I really didn't know my way around. And then I realized I do know my way around because I played Grand Theft Auto 5 for so many times. And it's based on Los
That's the
Angeles.
same.
And I'm like, oh, I know right where I'm going right now.
Okay, there's that hooker over there.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's laid out and
I never ever played
It
that.
says here
Oh, it's
there's
so fun.
over 50 games to choose from, and they're free, and there is no ads, and they don't require any extra fees, but they do require a download, and some are based on shows like Love is Blind and Queen's Gambit and Stranger Things.
Yeah, didn't you say Love is Blind reached out to you?
Yeah,
Not to be on, but
we
Yeah, yeah.
are.
Kevin, would you like to be on Love is
I
Blind? You're a
know.
newlywed?
Dang it!
are they mad?
No.
no, they want to come. They want to bring the cast up.
Oh my
the
God.
Houston cast.
That'd be great.
I think I'll try to get that going in the beginning of November.
Yeah, that'd be good. Bring them up here. I haven't seen the show. I know Sam watched it. Ahmad loves it.
I've watched
Yeah,
a little.
I'll have to definitely watch that.
I need to binge the whole season.
This
though.
texter says there are a lot of awesome Netflix games, but I don't play them through the Netflix app. I download the games, and they give you the option to log in through Netflix. So what we learned today is that only 1% of subscribers actually play the mobile games on the Netflix app.
Did you ever play any video games?
Yeah.
I bet you played like
Mario Brothers.
Pitfall or something.
Pitfall, that's like 40 years old.
That's a classic.
That's like when the Super Mario Brother
8-bit
game came
graphics.
out.
I love
this.
Pitfall.
This is what I had when the Super Mario game came out. We had Super Mario Brothers. We had
Jeopardy, probably.
Jeopardy. I would
Jeopardy.
rent that from Blockbuster.
The most
game.
boring video game of all time.
Sucked.
We would do what's the bike game?
Excite Bike.
Paperboy.
Maybe no, not
Excite
paper.
Bike was
no,
one
it's
where
like
they
motorbikes.
pole position.
And they go up that big ramp.
the big
Yeah,
sand
dirt
hill,
track.
dirt tracks.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Excite Bike, I
bike
think.
game. There's the one that needed the power pad. We finally got that one.
Yeah, the Olympic one.
and the
Olympic-
duck hunt.
Yeah.
Duck hunt.
Did
we
you
had
have
that
the
one.
Wii? Wii Tennis was probably the
That was
one-
way after.
That was so
Yeah.
fun.
We were here.
I bought
Yeah.
a Wii when there was a Toys R Us next to my family's restaurant at Westheimer, and they had a huge sign in the window that said Wii's were $150. And I
That's a
remember
good
thinking,
deal.
like, oh, is that good? So I got one because at the time my nephews were small, and I was like, oh, I'll get one. Do you know that Wii sat in that box for over a year, unplayed, untouched?
I'm telling you, you get
Forgot about
exercise playing that
They
tennis.
just never came over enough to play it, and I was like, eh.
I mean, you get, I don't know about exercise, but
Well, I wouldn't say you're
Well,
going
they
to
did
lose
the
10
Wii Olympic
pounds,
Games.
but
You
you're
could do
moving.
that.
You're active,
You're not
right?
sitting in a chair.
it's better than Guitar Hero.
Didn't you say that you were playing that and you were
Oh, yeah.
worried about how your now wife would view you?
No, she walked in and saw me playing. I was doing a Joan Jett song.
You're so
She's like,
You're wailing on the guitar.
hit me with your best shot. That song.
Yeah, you know what came up
And she's
actually
like,
speaking
she's
of
like,
that is
oh
so
my
sexy.
God.
What did
I'm
I
out here trying to
marry?
make big bucks and you're playing a guitar.
Well, you know,
That's just buttons.
we forgot how popular Guitar Hero was, and Couples Retreat came back around on Netflix, and I clicked it because
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
watch it so long.
That was a big scene.
and I forgot
Yeah.
there's a huge scene of Guitar Hero showdown in Couples Retreat with Vince
That
Vaughn.
thing was so huge that it just died.
It just died
It
like it didn't
taught
ever exist.
A whole generation of classic songs
Right.
to younger crowds.
Yeah, if you're probably like 25,
Uh-huh.
you probably grew up and learned about Aerosmith. And
That's how my daughter knew all those bands.
That was the big gift at my brother's house.
they still have it at
for my
Dave &
nephew.
Buster's, I think.
Do they really? Does that still exist though, Dave and Buster's?
Yeah,
The
right
one
in
in
the
Richmond
Marquis
is
Center.
gone, but the Marquis still has it. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple around, I believe.
All right. Coming up next, we're going back around to what we started the show with, and we'll dive deeper into this list of what women say this is a no-go for the first date. Do not.
You want to
simply
open
at
up
this
the lines
place.
too?
Yeah, let's hear what people say.
713-390-KRBE. Ladies, in particular, we're asking you, what is a no-go for a first date?
Place.
Just
or
a place.
type
like,
of thing to do.
nope, you're not taking me there. 713-390-KRBE.
Yep. Talk to you next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Okay, ladies, you can add to this list if you'd like at 713-390-KRBE. What's a place you just don't want to go on a first date?
List of restaurants women refuse to go on a first date. Now, about a week and a half ago, maybe a lot. This came around your timelines. Also, there was a lady who was on a date. The guy gets out of the front seat to open the door for her. She knows where they are. They've rolled up to a Cheesecake Factory. She sees the restaurant, says nothing. When he goes to open the door, she had set up her phone on the dash so she could just stare at the phone and ignore him like he's not there.
Oh, that's
and
terrible.
then he's like, "Is there a problem?" I don't know. You tell
What's
me.
wrong with
You just
people?
pulled up to a Cheesecake
I don't know
Factory.
why
I'm not
this
getting out of
list,
the car.
why this list came out of nowhere. Like, everybody
It's
has this
so
list yesterday. It
viral.
was
Yeah.
went viral. It just, I guess it struck a nerve with everybody. Like,
So-
I mean, there's like 40 things on there.
I mean,
Things not to do on a first date:
Some of
going
these
to a
things.
hookah bar, going bowling, going to a bar just for drinks, doing a movie night with Netflix, any family function whatsoever. And that's ridiculous.
Well,
Who's
a
saying,
family
hey, let's
function.
go to a reunion.
well, actually,
for
talk
the
to April
first
real
date.
quick
On a
because
first date?
you just mentioned two things that she said.
Oh, really? Okay, April. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
hey, good morning, April. So, what are some places that you just do not want to go on a first date?
So for me, it was just two things. It was bowling. I don't like bowling, so I just don't want to go bowling. But that's just a personal preference.
Plus,
and
they're
then
just staring at
family
your butt.
functions as well.
That is a butt.
Yeah,
That's a butt
yeah.
watch sport.
I don't want to do that. And then family functions. I think it's just weird. If I'm just meeting you, I
Yeah.
don't want to meet your entire family too.
What you know what, April, what's so interesting is that so many people have thought a family function was the right place.
No.
And not only have you
first date?
experienced it, it landed on the list, and somebody also just texted, A first date, no, is a family function. I spent the time answering questions from strangers while he played cornhole.
How's that
First
even
and last
possible?
date. Why do you do this?
That's just so weird.
Enough men, April, have taken women to family
strange.
functions for the first date. How crazy is that? I get it if the guy tells you, April, like, okay, listen, April, it's our first date, but can I just tell you that I have to make this quick stop or else I'm never going to hear the end of it from my grandma. And I promise you, I will make it up to you.
Well,
We'll be there
Roula, I
30
can
minutes.
give you-
Would you be okay with that? Or he just took you
No.
there and then you just stayed there the whole time?
No, it's weird, and you're gonna just dump that on me like that?
100% weird.
It's weird, but you know what? I think I can see the perspective why they're doing it. Maybe they're just like, wow, I can show you off to the family.
Well,
like, in
that's
other
lame.
words,
I'm not a
She
trophy.
doesn't
I'm not
wanna
a.
get shown
well,
off
I
to the
know. I
family.
think it's wrong, Eric. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that's
I
their
think Ryan's done this
mindset.
before. Is that why you know?
No, I have not done that. I would never.
Hey, April, what do you think about Cheesecake Factory is number one?
I like the Cheesecake Factory. I think that's ridiculous.
I thought it's
I
pretty
love
cool.
it. too.
Like on a first date, you'd be fine with that?
Sure, they got lots of
I'd be
drinks, lots of
absolutely
food
fine with that.
options, right, April? Because think about it.
Yep.
If he took you to a restaurant that is strictly one cuisine and you don't like that cuisine,
Sushi.
then you're kind of like, oh, I'm out.
It's
out.
polarized.
But the Cheesecake
I'm
Factory has
just
like a
gonna drink
notebook.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I mean, Cheesecake
they still
Factory's
have a
got
notebook for a menu.
they got something for everyone.
Yeah.
It's huge.
April, thanks so much for calling our show. What are you doing
Huge.
early this morning? What do you do for a living? How long is your commute? I
I'm
want to know
a
all about you.
teacher.
Oh, nice.
what
Thank
grade?
you.
I'm a teacher. I'm on my way to school right now.
What grade do you teach?
I teach pre-K.
Oh my
I
God.
prefer the younger
Shooters.
babies.
Thank you.
And I hope you get really, you probably like haul it in during the holidays, right? Because the younger baby parents are always like,
it's so crazy.
here's a cup.
Cheesecake Factory.
Gift cards.
Gift cards. Yeah, why not?
Why
Yeah,
not?
or mugs.
Mugs.
No mugs.
Big one.
No,
April,
No more mugs.
Thanks for your call. We appreciate you. Take care.
no problem. Have a good morning.
All right.
You too.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Patty's up next. Patty is on the line at 713-390-KRBE. What is a no-go deal breaker place for a first date for you, Patty? Good morning.
Hey, good
Hi.
morning. So the number one place is Denny's. I've had two first dates at Denny's. One was it was my very first date after being in a very long first marriage. So I didn't know about dating anymore. So yeah, that.
You
that
thought
was
maybe
a
that's what the
deal breaker.
crazy kids do these days? They take you out to
I didn't
Denny's?
even really think of Denny's as a dinner place. I was thinking it
No.
was breakfast, so I never assumed.
Or like an after hours type
Yeah, what time
place.
did y'all go to Denny's? Did you have a breakfast date?
Well, it was like way back when the internet first. We started first internet dating.
Yeah.
So first online dating.
So it was
Okay.
like 2022, 2021. So I didn't even have a cell phone at that time, but it was like after chit chatting, for a couple of weeks, it's like, okay, I'll meet you. But because, I didn't want anybody to come to my house.
Well, of course not.
So I said,
Yeah.
so it was like 10 o'clock at night.
10
So-
o'clock at night at Denny's for your first date? I'd be like,
Oh, the guy was
nah.
married.
I'd be thinking, yeah, he's married, and he's like, I put the kids to bed, read him a story. Now he's going to sneak
Hey,
out
I'm
to
going to go out and
Denny's.
get a bite, honey.
Grand
Meet you
slam.
for
Was
a
that
date
the first
at
and last
Denny's.
date that you had, Patty, with that guy?
No, actually, I saw him for like 3 months because I didn't know how to break it off with him.
Aw, you're too kind.
I don't know how to break up with you.
Oh, that'd
That
be
is so
awkward.
funny.
So how did you dump him then? With IHOP?
Oh gosh, that's a whole different. No, that was a whole long story. But I finally just told him just stop calling me.
Yeah,
Just stop
I
calling me,
mean,
because
I'm
he
sorry
was
that-
really weird.
I'm sorry that you had to go through that. You
Sounds
know?
so nice.
Yeah, she's so sweet. Because
Just
think
one
about
of
it.
the many
How brave you
nightmares
have
of
to be. You're coming out of a long-term relationship. You put yourself out there for the first time, and you meet a crappy dude.
And
So-
just like a restaurant that's, all right. It's just not like
That's below basic.
No, that's not.
That's not a first date
10 o'clock
restaurant.
Denny's is people who
As if you already
had
ate.
some late day
Partying.
where they didn't get to eat yet. No, not partying yet. 10 p.m. Denny's is not partying
Oh,
yet.
that's true.
It's like maybe you just got
mean,
off on your schedule and you're like, God, I just need to eat
you're
something.
traveling across country. and
Yeah,
stuff.
this is. I can't even explain 10 p.m. Denny's for a first date.
Well, married. That's how I
We should.
explain it.
I'm out on the streets. We need to send him to
Send him to a Denny's at
10 o'clock
10?
at night.
and ask people what are they doing there. Other things
you
that
doing at
came up
Denny's?
on this. So,
doing
the Denny's. Okay, so listen, Denny's is number 14 on the list of places to not take a woman on a first date. The family function was number 20. Bowling was number 23. Hookah bars is where you smoke on those.
yeah.
everybody
Yeah, I mean, not
smokes the
everybody
same
smokes.
Giant bubbly vase.
Well, you get your own. You get your own like little. It's like a
described
reed,
a,
you know. You get your own little mouthpiece.
Those things from the 70s.
I don't know what that was.
Those things that float.
The lava lamp?
Yeah, lava. You just
It was like a
described
lava lamp.
Oh yeah.
But it's all smoke. Hookah bars is, I don't know, that's to each their own. Chipotle's on the list. Olive Garden's on the list. Any fast food
Chipotle, I'm
chain?
sorry. I mean, they may have some delicious burritos, but that is not a first date place. You don't take somebody to that.
Unless it's like a Starbucks where you're just trying to meet and get the heck out of there.
Starbucks is number 17, Eric. Don't take her to Starbucks on the first date. Don't have a coffee date.
I think a lot
this
of
girl's
people
just
do
doing
that,
it
though.
'cause she wants expensive. She wants like
This
steak
girl
and
in
lobster.
particular is looking for the steakhouse first dates. And actually, Ahmad was working on some audio of this guy that went on a date with this lady. She ordered 53 fried pickles. She didn't want just one order of 6. She wanted 53.
How you gonna
and then
get
she
through more
stiffed
than-
him on the food and took the pickles with her. It was crazy. Josh is on the line. Hi, Josh. Oh, wow. That was loud. Whoa, Josh. Hi, you woke us all up. Good morning, Josh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi. Give us your comment on
Ooh, a male perspective.
places
Yeah.
not to go on a first date.
I think some of those lists, it's like really, really difficult if you're trying to meet someone, a first impression. I remember one of my favorite dates, first date, was going to Denny's. She was flying in to Houston. I'm by the airport. She's like, hey, meet me after. Let's just, chat and talk. That was a 4-hour date.
What time did the Denny's date start?
Well, because she flew in so late, it was like 9:30, and all she planned on having was a short period of time. But it's difficult when you've got these great people that may miss opportunities because they, are trying to do
Judge
something
you.
nice for somebody.
They're judging you by the restaurant, not by the person you're with.
But he's dating somebody that's got like a layover real quick, and they're by the airport.
Yeah, was this like, did y'all meet online or something and she was flying in for work? Why was the date so short and pressed for time by the airport?
She was in Sugar Land, a long, far away, and good drive for my age. And so she's like, yeah, let's meet. We've been chatting for a little bit, met online and was chatting for a little bit, and it was a great connection. Still friends today. So, and she's a classy person. So that was really out of her comfort zone, which was really good because we both were there just chatting. Just
so you have a positive experience with a Denny's date.
Well, I mean, it's not like my, if I'm on an online dating profile, don't forget I go to Denny's. It's not that.
Did you get the Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity?
I'm just looking for someone to take to Denny's.
I love you to do that.
At 10.
Do that with your
All right, well,
photo.
confession.
Put Denny's, and then another one say, I only go like steak 48.
And
let's
see which one
many-
gets more
right.
reaction.
Oh yeah, multiple choice.
Everything's the same, but
That's
the
correct.
restaurant.
Well, I have a punch card from Denny's from all the dates I go on at Denny's. You know how it goes.
He's got a punch card.
Right, look at you.
Are you still in the dating world, Josh? Or did you find, someone for a long time? Are you married? Did you get divorced? I don't know. What's your background now?
Wow, yes. My favorite color is clear, so that helps all these other answers. I'm in the dating world. Yeah, off and on.
And how are you finding it?
Yeah.
Do you find it as maddening as people have been telling us here on the show the last few months? It's like maddening to be single.
No, it is. It has its challenges. Let's just say that. So, like that list right there is like the perfect picture of screen time women that are going, well, I want him to be 6'2", chiseled, make $150,000, perfect hair, and as 5'3", 300 pounds, and loves fudge rounds. So, that's kind of what we're looking at.
Wow.
Well, that's true. You get the, I think everybody has such
That's
high
funny.
expectations now. We've set, not that you should set the bar low. You should not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can differentiate when somebody, they're just out for the meal.
It's gonna be really
I call them the
realistic.
steak girls. They just want to be wined and dined,
Yeah.
taken to a fancy restaurant, have no interest in you whatsoever. Spend most of the night
true.
on
They
their
just want
phone.
free drinks and free food and
Right.
a couple of cool pictures. Well, why are we talking about these ladies taking the initiative and going, I'm going to take you out on our first date? Are we not in 2023?
Because they still
It
want you to
never
wine and
happens.
dine them. Have you ever had?
That's
You
true.
never had one woman
I don't think
tell
I'd
you on a
like
first
that.
date that she wants to either split it with you or treat you? Have you ever had that happen?
I have had someone, that said they wanted, a couple of, it was rare occasions, but still it was, hey, one time I had someone bring me flowers. That made me feel like $1 million. Not sure why, but it happened.
Wow. It's a
Yeah.
unique.
What kind of flowers?
I've never had a girl give me flowers.
Were they roses or?
It was like in this sailboat. There was a conversation we had, blah blah blah, something about
Oh, it had to
sailboats
do with the
and-
conversation. That's
Reminds me
cute.
like The
Yeah,
Bachelor, how they
and
always bring something
Yeah,
to
yeah,
a
yeah.
prop.
Yeah.
That's correct. And she was like, "Oh my God, I thought about you." And I was like, "Oh, this is so great." But on the flip side of that too, there may be some of those places on that list that there may be a connection. Like she said, "Hey, when I was a kid, I blah 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 blah," or my favorite place all the time that I never go is Cheesecake Factory, or whatever. And so there might be some thoughtfulness in there. It's hard to just blanket that top 25. You know.
And you know what, Josh? Somebody
I
texted.
agree.
And I quote, "Well, crap. Where are you supposed to go on a date then if you can't go have a coffee date? You can't
Here's-
go to a bar just for drinks.
Here's
You
a
can't
piece
go
of
to a regular
advice, Roula.
restaurant."
Just communicate. That's all you got to do. Hey, what do you like? Would this sound? I always would give like a multiple choice. Like, hey, we could do this, this, or this.
My bedroom.
Wait, no,
or,
there is a
Denny's.
Or my
There's-
bedroom, my living room, or kitchen floor.
No, there's
Whatever
a
you want,
guy.
lady.
There's a husband and a wife, or maybe they're just dating a long time. He had the camera on the dash. She gets in the car. He's like, "Baby, I can't wait to go to dinner with you." She goes, "I know, honey. We never get to do this." He goes, "And do you know where we're gonna go?" And then she goes, "Let's pretend like she said Cheesecake Factory," but she didn't. I can't remember what she said. And he goes, "You read my mind." And she goes, "Oh my God, we're the same." And as they're hugging, he looks at the camera like. Because if he had said, "Where do you want to go?" she'd say, "I don't know. Where do you want to go?" And they would drive them crazy because they can. So he goes, "Can you guess where we're going?"
Yeah.
And when she said, "What?" That's just where they decided to go because he didn't have a plan.
You better hope you got
have a
the
plan.
app to get to a restaurant, get a reservation.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending
Open
on
table.
Yeah, open table.
Somebody said just texted in. I literally fear for my boys when it comes to dating this day and age. The expectations are not realistic.
It's not, but that applies
true.
to both
I hear
genders.
you
I mean,
now.
it's just different.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it's brought to you by Duncan. We're all in a better mood today. Yesterday was a difficult morning with the Astros
I
losing.
mean, hey man, it still sucks we're not going to the World Series, but at least I don't have to think about
Call
it.
your friends in Philly today because we know how
I
it
was
feels.
texting last night when my
Yeah.
one friend who's a crazy Phillies fan, like I'm an Astros fan. We were texting during the World Series last year, and she was fearing us the whole time. This year, she's like, "I don't think we can beat the Astros if we go
Yesterday,
again."
there's some Philly person I came over. It was like, let's all laugh at Houston, and all these laugh. So then somebody saved the receipts and
Nah,
said, let's all laugh at
nice.
Philly now.
Ah, nice.
Because
Well,
you're supposed to have the greatest stadium that no one can win there, even though
Right.
we had a no-hitter there last year.
I know, right?
That's true.
People
Everyone
seem
thought
to
this-
forget that.
this is
That-
you
a
cannot
no-hitter
win
in the
here.
World Series.
I can tell you somebody who's not laughing right now, Mattress Mac. He lost more than $50 million losing multiple bets
I
on
don't
his
think he lost
throws.
too well. He got my money.
Yeah, but he collected, think about it, last year, at this time, he collected more than $70 million in winnings from the 2022 World
All right,
Series.
so he gambles a lot.
He likes to
They
gamble,
love
that's
money.
for sure. A new study has revealed that Houston, Texas, H-Town, is among 2023's most rattiest cities in America.
Most rattiest. My grammar teacher just texted and said,
They meant ratchet.
No.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about rats. They
So
have a
like
lot of
actual
rats. And this is according to your old...
"More than New York."
Yeah.
Where
This
we
is-
see
No, we don't have more than
videos
New
of
York.
rats on subways
No.
climbing on people's shoulders.
York's
Well,
Number
this
two or
is
three.
according to Orkin, okay? Houston jumped
They're
up
legit.
10 spots from last year's study. No, we're now ranked at number 20 out of 50 cities.
That's not bad.
What's number one?
New York.
Chicago.
Yeah.
New York.
You think Chicago beats New York?
I
here?
thought Chicago won that list. I got my Orchid newsletter last week.
Oh.
My alumni
You
news.
still get alumni news.
I'll
from
tell
them.
you, I've seen a rat in Manhattan.
Are you sure it's
I
in
thought-
Chicago? Look again.
I got to click on the story. You might be right. It might be
Click
Chicago.
on that story right now.
Did you just read the clickbait title and you didn't actually read the?
No. I
list?
copied and
Because I
pasted
got
this out
mad
of the
because-
Chronicle.
You don't have alleys in New York like Chicago. We have alleys.
And
Oh,
that's where
I
the
saw
rats-
a rat in New York one time. I thought it was a dog.
Remember that big rat that had that big pizza? Remember it stole?
Yeah. It
Pizza
took
rat.
the pizza away.
Oh, I thought you were
I've
talking about
also
Chuck E.
seen-
Cheese.
Have you seen the videos
The rat
where
with the pizza?
the rats are fighting either the cat or the dog, and the rat is winning?
Ew, no.
Yes,
Oh,
they're
God.
jumping in the air,
God.
attacking
I
the
don't want
faces
to look
of these
that up,
animals.
Kevin, because then that's all I'm going to
Remember
get.
COVID?
I don't want to see when critters attack.
There was no food out there, so they were fighting each other. They had gangs. They had rat gangs.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
You
Google
are-
rat
I
gangs
will
in
not
New York.
Google because I will not get that all day on my phone.
They were joining
not.
up as
You're
forces
right.
because they had a fight.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Number 2 is L.A.
then New York. I bet.
Yep.
For the
Number
most
3
rats.
is 4 is Washington D.C.
So see, we're not bad. We have 7.5 million people, but we're so spread out.
Very
That's a lot of work for
We
a rat.
are.
Rat has to really travel.
Did you deal with a lot of rats when you were an Orchid man? Or is it
yeah,
more
big
bugs?
businesses and stuff? You'll notice everywhere. Like I can look everywhere. I'll see those big boxes, black boxes around,
Mm-hmm.
and that's for the rats. They put them up against the wall because remember they can't see that well. mice and rats. So they
got
their
bad
body.
eyes?
Like I could go to someone's house. I could feel the baseboard. If it's greasy, I would know you got mice.
Is that how they had the song Three Blind Mice?
Probably.
Three Blind Mice.
But they like to. You'll never see them really running across. I mean, if they get desperate, they'll run across the. And I can't believe I still know this stuff.
Are they smart?
25 years
how much
ago.
you learned,
Are rats smart?
Derek.
Like, do they know how to adapt and how to avoid people?
Certain things. And people put that cheese out. It's like that cheese gets old and dried up. It doesn't last long.
Is
that
cheese a
peanut butter
myth?
sandwich?
I mean,
Peanut
what's rat's favorite food?
I think peanut butter.
Peanut butter? Okay. That's what's going down in H-Town.
Rat talk.
Okay, we're going to give you
They were a ratty city, Kevin.
We're giving you the keyword for the Nutcracker Market passes coming up in just a few minutes, right before Special K gives us his telemarketer turnaround on the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE.